Hello, everyone. Welcome to Psalm 3, and this is part of a series on Psalms. I can't imagine doing 150 of these, but that's how we're that's, that's what we're heading for. We're gonna just keep moving forward until I guess we get tired of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Share it, subscribe, hit the little likes and bells and whistles and knickknacks, paddywhacks. So Psalm 3 is God is my shield. We turn today to one of the most relatable and powerful prayers in all of Scripture. Psalm 3 is a prayer. This psalm is not just beautiful poetry, it's raw, it's urgent. It's a cry from mortal danger. Easy for you to say. A cry out while being hunted. A man named David being hunted and crying out to God a prayer. Very important you have that background to understand what you're reading. The title is when he wow when he fled from Absalom his son. Could I stop and do this over? I could, but let's just keep going. This is the context. We need to understand the depth of his words. Imagine the scene. David's, he's the mighty king, but he has been driven from his own capital, Jerusalem, by a rebellion led by his own son, Absalom. All right, that's the scene. It's not political defeat. It's not losing a battle. It was profound personal betrayal from your son. And now you're fighting for your life. Thousands are against him at this point. He's running, he's afraid, he's heartbroken. And in this moment of ultimate crisis, you don't see him lament rage, lament fate, hatred towards his enemies, his son. What does he pray? What does he pray? O Lord, verse 1, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying of my soul, there's no salvation for him in God. David begins by stating this terrifying reality. How many are my foes? How many of you felt this way? He says his enemies are so numerous, and they're confident that they're going to kill him. The most crushing part isn't the physical threat, but this spiritual taunt. There is no salvation for him, talking about David. What they're saying about David, who loves God, a man after God's own heart. And they're saying these evil things about him. The people that are watching him flee, they're siding with Absalom. They believe that his reign, by extension, his relationship with God was over. In the ancient times, a king's defeat was also seen as that God's defeat. They looked at the chaos and concluded, God has abandoned David. Have you ever felt this way? When a crisis hits, a job loss, a divorce, a major illness, the enemy's whispering this lie. Look at your life. God must have left you. There's no hope. There's no help coming for you. Your God has left you. And that's why you're going through what you're going through. He doesn't deny that there are many foes, but he speaks to the Lord about them and about this lie. But you, O Lord, are a shield. He doesn't believe the lies. You are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. This is the glorious turn in Psalms. David pivots from describing his enemies to defining his God. He uses three powerful images. You, O Lord, are a shield about me. He's surrounded by danger, yet his security is not his own, not in his own strength, not in an army, but in God's presence as a shield. He says, my glory, David's earthly glory, his crown, his palace, those things are gone. But the true glory of David, the source of his honor and worth, remains in God alone. You are my glory. And then he says, the lifter of my head. In that culture, to hang your head was kind of a shame position. It was defeat, utter despair. The lifter of my head is the one who restores your dignity, your hope, and your courage. When the world tries to shame you, to crush you, to look as if you have been left by God himself, God's saying, I protect you. I am your shield. I restore you. I am your glory. And I give you strength to lift your head and keep going. David's faith isn't based on what he sees, a huge army of protection around him, but on who he knows that God is. That's how we must be. Verse 5, I lay down and I sleep. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. I'm not going to be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. This is perhaps the most incredible part of the psalm. David is fleeing for his life. He's probably in a very cold place, some hard hillside kind of cave situation. And what is he doing in it? Sleeping. Let that sink in. Because we sometimes have trouble sleeping in a feather bed with cushy pillows and blankets. Not him. He can be in a cave and sleep. Why? Because he knows who his God is. Now, understand, this is not reckless ignorance. No, he knows the situation. He just said it. He knows that he is being chased. There's armies coming after him, that people are all making fun of him. It's defiant peace. He slept because he knows who his shield is, God. He woke up not because of his own effort, but because the Lord sustained me. A resting heart is the ultimate proof of faith. Worry is practical atheism because it acts as if the future depends entirely on us. It acts as if we are the what's going to sustain us. David had every reason to stay up all night planning, panicking, pacing, but instead he commits his life to God and he finds peace that surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4:7. Ask yourself, what is stealing my sleep? Whatever it is, pray Psalm 3:5. Lay it down. Trust that He is your shield, your glory, and the lifter of your head. He is what sustains you. He is your protector. And He is infinitely more effective than your worry. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you strike all my enemies on the cheek, you break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord, your blessing be on your people. The psalm concludes with this final confident plea for rescue and a powerful summary statement. Arise, O Lord, is the prayer that God would actively intervene. Arise. And then the image that we have here, striking the enemy on the cheek, breaking the teeth, it's vivid. It's an ancient way of decisive and humiliating defeat, destroying their ability to inflict harm, their teeth, robbing them of their power. And David wraps up the prayer with this bedrock of his faith. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Salvation belongs to the Lord. This is a radical declaration. The world said salvation belongs to those who have the biggest army. That's what the world tells us. The world says if you have the biggest army, you're the most protected, the cleverest general, the smartest and wealthiest kings. David stripped all that away and says, no, God is the exclusive power. The entire psalm points us to Jesus Christ. He is the ultimate man of sorrows who cried out to God in this hour of crisis and said, your will be done. Salvation belongs to the Lord, not just from physical enemies, but from sin and death itself. He secured the final victory. Jesus Christ secured the final victory that no one can take from us. We may not be running from an army that's being led by our very own son. That's a pretty bad situation, but we're all facing foes taunting us. The foe of anxiety, the foe of doubt, the foe of crushing circumstances that you find yourself in. David's prayer gives us these three practical steps to take when we are surrounded. Name the problem, but declare the truth. Don't suppress your fear, name it. We know there's actual fears, but immediately recenter your attention from the vastness of your problem to the vastness of your God. Say, but you, O Lord, are my shield. Second thing is defy fear with rest. Commit the outcome to God and choose rest. True rest is an act of trust. You're proclaiming that God is a better watchman than you are, so I can sleep. The third thing we see, remember who salvation belongs to. The victory is not your burden to carry. Your job is to trust that the deliverance belongs to the Lord. So may this week, as you face whatever battle you're facing, lay down and sleep in peace, knowing that the Lord is the shield about you, the Lord is your glory, and the Lord is the lifter of your head. That is Psalm 3. Pray it, live it, enjoy it. Share this message with someone else. Again, subscribe, follow, click the buttons, and continue to watch as we're going to go through, I think, most or all of Psalms. See you next time.